We're back. It's episode 56 of Find Music, and very happy to have Jim with us again, and Murray and Fred. So we got 4 episodes for you today. Jim's leading off. So go ahead, Jim.
Hey, thanks, Don. I decided to take a different approach to this, and it allows me to be more of a learner than a supposed expert. I just like music, and I like sharing things that I hear that sound like other people who I know would like those things too. And I started to make what I call a virtual playlist. I don't think we're allowed to play the actual music during the podcast, right?
Yeah, it's a bit dodgy. There's a chance that it could be removed later. Yeah.
Well, we don't want that to happen. So we're just going to call this a virtual playlist. And sometimes I know some people who might take each of the songs on this playlist and actually record it to like one of their own CDs. They might do that. I'm not really sure of capabilities on the other end of this.
I'm one of those people.
Yeah. And I started out to make one of these. This is the first one, but we're not going to talk about that one today. This is the second one, and we're not going to talk about that one either. That's for the future. There's numbers 3 and 4, and we'll save those for some other time. But I really had fun doing this, and this is 5, and that's the one we're going to talk about today. The other ones, this is the first one, number 5 here that you see with Lucinda Williams on there. This is the first one I dedicated to one artist, and I may or may not do that in the future. In the past, the numbers 1 through 4, there's a basic theme that runs through each of those. And during the course of trying to figure out, where I was gonna go with this, I thought, you know what, I really like Lucinda Williams, and I don't know how many people in an audience of this nature have heard of her. If you have anything to add, by the way, in terms of commentary while I'm describing what I'm doing, please feel free to interrupt, ask questions, whatever, because I think for me, the value of this has been the exchange of ideas that occurs during these podcasts. So first of all, thanks, Don, for doing this and for inviting me to begin with. And then thanks everybody else. I've really enjoyed listening to and watching you guys share your knowledge of music and the variety of things that are being shared on this podcast. So thanks to all of you to begin with. Lucinda Williams is somebody that I found by accident. I think it was a PBS broadcast of a concert that she was filming live from Austin, Texas. Okay. And I was immediately captivated by the depth of her lyrics. I thought that her emotional contact with herself and the audience was really attractive to me. So this is kind of a random list of Lucinda Williams music. And for each one of these virtual playlists, what my angle is I want to share the title of the song, the name of the album, the year in which it was recorded. And so we have Lucinda Williams music here that ranges from, I think, 1992 all the way through 2020. I don't know if she's recorded anything more recent than these, but the first song on this list, Something About What Happens When We Talk. Number 1, I really like long titles like this. Number 1, I'm a wordy guy. This is what happens when you're an English teacher. Okay, you kind of fall in love with the language. And then the subject of the song, I don't know how many of you have heard this, but she's speaking her truth, something that's different about the conversations that she has with somebody that she's intimate with. And I think it's a great song. Change the Locks. I'm not going to go through every single song on the list because you can see the list here. And by the way, these virtual playlists are available on my website. And that website is listed at the bottom of the virtual playlist down here. It's kind of a long URL, but that's what works for me. And so far, I think there are 6 5 or 6 of the virtual playlists posted, and I'll use the other ones during another future episode of Find Music. So Change the Locks. I don't know how many of you have heard that song. Maybe it was nice to know that she's not the only one, or that I'm not the only one who not only wanted to change the locks, but just to disappear from somebody who you would rather not have contact with. You know what I mean? Little Rock Star. It's a great message to a younger musician who sees herself as invulnerable, you know, that doesn't understand that, as Frank Zappa says in Joe's Garage, the dangers of music, you know, because there are plenty of pitfalls and little traps that are set along the way. So this is my Lucinda Williams tribute list, my virtual playlist. It's number 005. I'm up to 008 right now, but it's not completed. And that's
So,
what
Jim,
I'll share next week.
If
Any
I go
questions?
to your website, does this actually play these songs?
No, it does not,
Just
because
list them. Okay.
it's just a list.
Okay.
Yeah. Now some people might want to look those up and record them, like I said, but I'm not going to advocate that exactly in this environment. So thanks. That's all I got today. Any other questions?
Jim, a different way, Babwe. Thank you for being a different way.
Hey, thank you for giving me the freedom to do that.
But I don't think there's anything wrong with making your own CDRs if you bought the music
I agree.
for personal use,
Yep.
right?
Well, yeah, for personal use. So then the next question would be, if you subscribe to Spotify, like I do, does that same quote rule apply? I mean, there's a lot of sketchy ground that's been covered between what was that? It started with an N, Napster, between Napster these days. I don't know if you guys ever used Napster.
No.
It disappeared.
I was afraid of viruses.
Yeah.
But isn't Spotify strictly streaming?
Yeah.
Yes.
So
There's probably some way you can hook up your computer to record as it streams.
Oh, there's definitely a way you can do that.
Didn't even occur to me. Oh my God.
It's like, sitting with your cassette deck by the radio waiting for your favorite song to come on back when,
Yes.
Oh God, I used to do that.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my.
And that's actually why DJs talk over song intros.
Right.
Oh, to make them non-recordable, imperfect
To
recordings.
interfere with that, yeah.
YouTube broadcast commercials, at the beginning of pieces of music sometimes, and every once in a while, if you have a particularly long piece of music like Jimi Hendrix Voodoo Child, they'll interrupt the song and put a commercial right in the middle there.
Oh, I thought that was bathroom break stuff. Put on echoes. I gotta go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Echoes or
Hey, but some things I actually
thick as a
like. But
brick.
K-Rock was my favorite station in the 70s.
Uh-huh.
They would do fun bits, in between the songs.
Yeah.
So that was part of what I liked. I mean, I would record
Yeah.
it. I would record the whole show because I loved everything
Well,
in
Rodney
between.
on the Rock.
There was Jim Ladd at night who would have themes all night long, like rain. Every song had to do with rain. He played
Very
it all
atmospheric,
night
I
long.
remember. Yeah.
When he first started doing that, I was in college and I was working graveyard in a grocery store by myself. So what I would do is I'd bring in a radio, and you know how stores have the intercoms where you pick up the microphone and press it. I would hold that down with a rubber band and stick it right next to the radio and have all the Jim Ladd music all the way through the store.
Yeah.
With no customers.
They probably would have liked it anyway.
Yeah, they would have liked it anyway, I think. At that time of night, especially.
All right. So before we lose sight, this famous episode 56, virtual playlist number 005, that's a very ambitious number. Lucinda Williams tribute. So if you want to learn about Lucinda Williams, here's your ticket right here. Go to Zimbabwe. And that's not a place, okay?
Well, it is like between
is a
like
place?
here and there, or
Okay.
here and there. You know?
Oh, it is. Okay, okay. All right. Well, thank you, Jim.
Thank you.
That's 56 in the books. Oops.